I would say my future goals would be to demolish homelessness. That's a really big goal for me. I know it's really, really a big goal, but with the help and support of many more young people, I feel like we can all come together to make a difference in the world and hopefully work towards this cause if we all work together.
Imagine your child being able to start their own business. Imagine they become an author one day. Or even imagine they could give back to society and help the homeless. Well, my guest today did just that. At only the age of 8, Jahkil started his own non-profit organization and have met the likes of President Obama and have been acknowledged as one of the 3 influential people of 2017 by the president himself. Now, Jahkil is 14 and has done so much in his first 14 years of life than most people do in their 60 years of life. Now, let's listen to my interview with this amazing 14-year-old boy and get some inspiration on how our kids and even us can make a big impact in the world. Jahkil, thank you so much for being on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I just want to know what the hell you were thinking to start a non-profit organization at just the age of 8. What happened? What made you decide to do that?
So what made me start the organization at such a young age, at 8 years old, was kind of just me really seeing homeless people on the streets all the time and kind of being curious why they were out there. And I always wanted to give them homes or give them money while I saw them out there. And eventually that showed my parents how much of a passion I have for this issue and how much I really wanted to do something about it. So that's when they sat me down and we thought about the different things that we have on a daily basis that they don't have, and we thought about blessing bags.
Yeah. So tell me more about the homeless issues in America, because I've been there myself a few times and it just feels like it's increasing over time. Like, whereabout do you live and how bad is it with homelessness in your area versus even other parts of the US?
Homelessness is a big issue in the United States, I would say. It's well, actually, LA is the place that has the most homelessness going on, but Chicago, the numbers are pretty high too. So, being in Chicago and working toward this initiative is a big deal for me. And being able to branch out and help other communities in different states is a really big deal for me too. Just getting a bigger reach on more homeless people so that I can give them hope to hopefully one day get back on their feet, and also in the incoming future, hopefully coming up with new ideas, innovating ideas to basically get to my goal of demolishing homelessness across the world, even. So, um, but the numbers are definitely huge in America.
Yeah, it's just so surprising because, on TV, we think of Hollywood, and even me from Sydney, Australia, I was like so excited to go there, thinking it's all glamorous, but it's actually quite impoverished in areas. And so thank God we have someone like you. But, seeing people on the street, sometimes you kind of don't know where to start. So what did you do to start? Like, how do you actually help them?
So what I do to help them is I do packing parties. It can go from doing 250 bags one day, and then another day you might do the highest we've done is 5,000 bags in one packing party. So it definitely gets a good a good number done so that I can work towards my goal for the year. Whatever number I'm doing of blessing bags that year. So each year, basically, I come up with a new number of blessing bags to do. So this year is 20,000 blessing bags. So hopefully I can reach that goal. But every year I've actually made it to my goal. So I'm hoping to do the same this year. But with the packing parties, all you do is you pack one of each item into each bag. And then once we get done with that, we'll ship them out to somewhere or we'll take them with us and we'll drop them off at a local shelter or something like that.
Wow. And so, like, what's in those bags? And then how do you get funding for those bags?
Yeah, so in the bags are toiletry items like soap, tissue, socks, hand sanitizer, wipes, conditioner, lotion, soap, just all the daily essentials that we can sometimes take for granted that they don't even have. And how I get the funding for these items is by my website, officialprojectiam.com. That's where people go and donate toiletry items or money so I can go to places like Amazon or Dollar Tree and buy the items. And that's also where people don't actually buy my merchandise. So this is actually one of my shirts. So people buy these type of items like shirts, jackets, hats. which I plan to sell all over the world. But a portion of the proceeds from that goes to help fund Project I Am and make more blessing bags. So everything is kind of working together. And I also do some grants throughout the year that can also help to go into my organization along with different campaigns that I've been a part of.
Wow, that's amazing. And at the age of 8, I guess, what was the first year like? Like if you could put yourself back in that time, it's like, like how fresh, because you was just a fresh young boy and you might not be able to understand much about business in general. And, where are you today? I guess just take us a little bit of what it's like to be in your shoe at the age of 8.
So at the age of 8, I was really eager to just give back to my community. I didn't really wasn't focused on the business side. I was just so happy and excited to be able to help other people. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten more into like the business side, financially, and everything that's a part of the business. And got more interested in that. But at a young age, I was just really happy and excited to help other people, and it really made me glad to see others happy and to know that I was making a difference.
Wow, it's really matured you. Like I'm talking to you and I just feel like you're this grown man with so much experience. So along the way, like, did your parents help you? Did they give you some inspiration in starting this business? Like how much influence did your parents have?
A lot. My parents definitely helped me with the organization and helped me start it as well. Also, were the inspiration behind it since they both work for themselves, they're their own boss. I kind of
Mhm.
saw that my entire life and saw this as a perfect chance to jump into their shoes and become my own boss.
Yeah. And then like, how did you get into even being an author? Because I'm trying to write a book and I'm like struggling, just trying to even focus on getting something out there. And so how do you even manage to do the nonprofit and then writing the book and then creating merchandise? I guess multiple things at the same time. Like, how do you manage all that?
So I would say my parents, again, they do a really good job managing my schedule. They're like my momagers and dadgers. So
Yeah.
they help a lot with my schedule, especially since I have basketball, tap dance, break dance, acting, modeling. I have a lot to do. So,
Mm.
and I actually go to school. I'm not homeschooled. So it's definitely hard to balance everything, but they do a good job at managing it.
Wow, that's so good. And then what got the attention of Obama? Like that's on your website and that really excited me. It's like, what happened? What was that turning point where he's like, I need to talk to you?
Yeah, so with Obama, he actually tweeted about me in 2017 and named me one of 2017's most influential people. And that's when we kept in touch with the Obama Foundation after that. And they invited us to a reception where it was like a bunch of adults. I was the only kid in the room. And I had to network for about like an hour. And there were no chairs, no food, no drinks. We were just standing around talking for like an hour. And my mom, she was ready to go. But a guy came out and said, "You guys are now going to meet Obama." So I started jumping up and down, getting super excited. And when I was the first one in line to meet him, um, we had a conversation about my future goals and we talked about how he can help me in the future. So it was great getting to talk to him. It was probably one of the best days of my life.
Oh, that is so amazing, so inspiring. I guess like over the past few years, and me being a business owner myself, I know it's actually really challenging to run a business. It's not made for everyone, right? And so, what are some of the challenges that you face being an entrepreneur, raising money, and then like what keeps you motivated every day? Because I know my own kids, they're pretty, chill. They just want to sleep in. They want to do what kids do. And as adults, we even have to really try to stay motivated. And so how do you as a kid stay motivated? And I guess what challenges have you've overcome?
I would say some challenges have been mainly droughts and donations. That's a big problem with the organization since we run off of donations. I would also say COVID was a big struggle, but we were able to kind of adjust in that time and we resorted to virtual packing parties. And that's where you basically ship out all the items to different people across the world and they get together on a Zoom call at the same exact time and pack the bags together. So it's like a packing party, but on a Zoom call. So that we've gotten people from India and all over the world involved in the virtual packing party. So that was some good that came out of kind of the struggles that we've had. And how I keep myself motivated is by remembering what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, I would say, and remembering like my goals pretty much.
Yeah. And so like, what's your future dream for this? I guess I know it's a bit too hard to think of like 10, 20 years from now, but I guess like, what's your general vision that you see yourself doing?
I would say my future goals would be to demolish homelessness. That's a really big goal for me. I know it's really, really a big goal, but with the help and support of many more young people, I feel like we can all to come together to make a difference in the world and hopefully work towards this cause if we all work together.
Yeah, I love your big thinking. You're really thinking, the world, and it's like even being able to send your merchandise overseas, which is great because I want to start supporting you with that. And then I can already starting to imagine all these kids that you can inspire to start little different initiatives within their own country. So it's so exciting. Okay, so I guess as a parent, I want to raise my kids like you. So I guess what advice would you give to me to go, how can I encourage my kids to think beyond themselves and not just thinking about what their phone that they want to buy, or just make more money so they can buy more things, whereas you're trying to solve a bigger problem in the world. So what could I say, or what could I do to make my kids think like you?
I would say first have the conversation with them and see what kind of how they feel about helping the community, but don't force them into something that kind of you will want them to be doing it. Like if they don't specifically want to do homelessness, they want to work towards another cause that helps the community or is just bettering themselves or just them following their passions, whatever it is, make sure you listen to them and encourage them in whatever that they want to do, as long as it's positive and uplifting the world or themselves even.
Yeah, you're so right, because I mean everyone's kind of relate to a different cause. For me, I kind of support the Philippines because I run a business that creates employment for people in the Philippines. So I just feel that need to help developing country people. And so what you're saying is that maybe my kids love animals or something, or love whatever it is, and allow them to help in their own way and not just force a course on them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And when it came to you wanting to do homelessness, was that something that your parents took you on a little experience or something? Because I know some friends always talk about like maybe giving your own kids some experience of going to some poor country or whatever it is. Did you experience some sort of volunteer or something like that?
Yeah, so when I was 5 years old, I say the organization was building up between 5 years old and 8 years old. So at 5 years old, my aunt took me and my cousins to go feed the homeless, and that's when I got to see how they all live for the first time. And I really didn't understand why they were out there. At 5 years old, you never really think of these type of big issues in the world, and you're never even experienced to them until you get older. So me being experienced to this kind of made me really excited about it, and I really wanted to help them. So that's when we had that conversation, and we came up with blessing bags because of different daily essentials that we have that they don't even have.
Yeah. Oh, that is so good. I'm so excited. And I've been putting it in the back burner. My to-do list was taking my kids to do some volunteering. And it's actually my fault not putting that time. And so then, I think listening to you really has inspired me to do something so that it's for the future of my kids. Now, just to end the show, I kind of want to also get to know you as the kid. So what kind of things do you like as the kid, and what kind of hobbies and food do you like? I want people to see the other side of Jahkil, because we've seen that mature, independent boy, but show us what's the kiddie part about you.
Um, I like to play basketball. I play 2K a lot. Watch dogs. Um, I like to play football outside sometimes, like just throwing the ball. Um, I like to watch TV, watch Netflix, a lot of things that young people like to do these days. I like TikTok as well, um, Instagram, social media. I find I enjoy that a lot.
Well, thank you so much, Jahkil. This short 15 minutes has really inspired me, and I can't wait to check out how I can help, and also just share this video around with my community in Australia, to see how we can help you. Because what the hard part is in that someone doing it. It's the donation part, to me, is always the easier part. And so I just want to say thank you for being you and for putting yourself in the front line and helping the people in your country. And then hopefully one day we can all help people around the world.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this interview with Jahkil. Definitely check out his website, connect with him, support his mission, and bring this story back to your kids and help them to be inspired so that they too can become the next Jahkil. Well, that's it, guys. Hope to see you again in the next video.